Beautiful morning, and it's so nice to see all the greenery come up. The garden's coming alive. This is what I'm going to be planting next. It's golden, hoppin', and white salmon. 3 to 4 inches deep and 12 inches apart. So here we go. This is the hoppin'. And that's what I'm going to be planting on the end there. Can you see it? Right down there. And the last one I'm planting is the white one. And these got a lot of them on there. Just like a, whoops, where am I at? Like a potato. Okay, I got them all on the ground. I'm just going to cover them up and give them a really good watering. Okay, so I took the yams and I cut them up. I put ashes on the cut side. I dug holes. I put a little cow manure in there and mixed it up with the dirt that was already there. And then I put the cut side up. Now I'm going to cover them and put some more cow manure on top of the dirt and wait for them to grow. I ended up with 10 pieces. And this is what I'm planting. Common Florida weed that's edible. Supposed to have 5 of them. 2. That's a little one. 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's what's in there, is 5. Okay, it was a couple inches down and 12 inches apart. So they're going to have their own container, so I don't worry about that. The reason I'm putting them in a container is because these can get wild, crazy, and I want to try them out before I actually decide to put them in the ground. You know, taste them myself, plant them, grow them, taste them myself, and go from there, decide what I want to do. And this is what we're going to be planting. Chinese artichoke. When I got them, they looked really dry, so I took damp cloth or paper towels and wrapped them up overnight. They came yesterday. I'm going to plant a few in this little section here. And probably a few in the same bed, but in another area. So I'm putting 2 in this area. And I'm just barely, I'm hardly putting them down in the dirt at all. Just on top. I have 3 in this small area. And I'm going to do the same thing, just cover it up lightly and put the leaves and the hay back on top. And wait and see if it grows. I got 1 more to plant. I'm going to put it in a pot. And this is the last Chinese artichoke I have to plant. It was the smallest one in the package. And it's going to go in this pot here. I have topsoil from a bag at the store and cow pies mixed up in it. And I'm doing the same thing, just barely covering it. Wait for it to grow. Okay, did you know that you can trim your hibiscus? I did not know that. So, I read that last winter, that if you trimmed them when they're small, that they will bush out more. So, I'm going to try it. I'm going to leave a few. I'm not trimming them all, in case it doesn't work, because I do want some blooms. And, see if it works. So, here are my cuttings. I think I counted 38 of them. And what I did was I trimmed this one here, this one, and this one. And then I left these three here, like they were. And the one that I transplanted last year, I took off 2 in the front. Or 3. 3 in the front. Trimmed those off. I left those 2 to go. So that's what it looks like. And I also took out the dead sticks out of them, so they look a little bit nicer. I'm going to put my cuttings in a cup and see if I get any rooting. Okay, I got 2 containers. I also have my cuttings from my hibiscus. They've been sitting in water for 2 days. I picked up some rooting hormone. Geez, can I open it? There we go. Alright. So you dip it in, tap it. Oop, where's my hole? Go a little deeper. Okay, so I have them watered and setting out in, not the sun, but direct sun anyway right now. Okay, you remember when I planted the bulbs over here? What were these? Double tiger orange. None of them came up. So, I got 2 plants to put in. This one here. Both of these are annuals. This one is just, I got it because it's just so pretty when it blooms. And this one here is going to be a wonderful tea to make. And where's the other thing? I got new markers. These are a little bit bigger, so they're a lot easier to write on. And they're about the same as the white ones I was buying. Except these are bigger. I mean, as far as the material heaviness of them, the same. Alright, let's get these in the ground. Okay, I got them in. Sweet Ann. Just so pretty. I can't wait for that one to bloom. It's a big red flower. Okay, this is the last one I got to plant. It's another perennial, and I'm putting it down here by the, I think that's Longevity. Spinach right over there. I actually started this plant up north when we were in Indiana, but we moved before I got to actually see it bloom. I think it takes 2 years for it to bloom. The ground nuts over here aren't coming up very well, so I've got some more, and I'm going to be planting some more ground nuts. Oh, I put them in here and soaked them overnight, so hopefully that they'll do better than the last ones I planted. Strawberries I put on this bird netting because the squirrels were stealing everyone. See those stems? They don't have anything on them. The squirrels were taking them all. Now, I'm not sure. See that beautiful one there? I'm not sure if they will get pollinated. So here we got one in bloom. We'll keep an eye and see if it does get pollinated. And there's another one right there. So the first 2 years I had problems with slugs. That's why I got my ducks to take care of the slugs. And now the squirrels have come in and stealing all my beautiful strawberries. And this is the Japanese ginger. So far I only see one come up where I planted them. But at least I have one. Hopefully the other, what was it, 2 more? Or was there 3 that I planted all together? Oh no, I just see another one. Right there. So there's 2 at least. Awesome. I was getting worried. I'm taking it. I think there's one more over here. It's that time of the year. I gotta keep the weed whacker going. Keep the garden beautiful. Okay, so 4 batteries down. I got all this lower section, including the pathway, over to the fence. And then to where about the fence stops. And then up this way. Making you dizzy. And just up the pathway through here. and then up the pathway. So that's about all I'm going to do today. The ducks enjoy this very much because they get all the extra bugs flying. Alright, 4 batteries later, and I have this whole section done, all the way up to the top. And I had enough to go around the strawberry beds, the 3 strawberry beds up top, and I started going around the orange tree when the battery died. So that's it for today. Okay, yesterday it was just rain, so I did not get any weed trimming done. So gonna start today. Hopefully I can get this done. It's gonna be wet and messy, but if I don't keep working at it, it's gonna take over. Okay, 4 batteries later, I have this section done. Over here, got this area done, and I had enough to start in the back, but not very much. Just barely got it started. So now it's raining. Maybe tomorrow I can get some more done. This is my pomegranate, and it keeps just leaning over. I've tried propping it up and it's not working, so I'm going to trim this way back because I don't expect to get fruit from it this year anyway, and hopefully it'll strengthen the base of it. I think that looks better. And it's starting to rain, so time to go in and clean up the house. My cuttings from the pomegranate bush. Okay, so here's my stick. I'm going to be cutting it about 6 to 8 inches.
Hey, Gavin, when I haul it up, can you turn the water on?
Yeah. I'm cutting the bottom right at the knob. And this will get the hormone on it. and then sticking it in the dirt. Okay, so I got them all trimmed up. The potting soil is just some topsoil that comes in a bag, and it's what I had on hand. But I read you can use sand and several different types of medium to plant them in. And I'm not putting anything over them, so I do not know how successful I will be. Other people use greenhouses and make little greenhouse tents for them. Stay in there. I'm not doing that. Here, and I still have room for more or something different. And my moringa has all died. So the pigeon pea, nothing's coming back up. It snapped right off. I'm saying big failure, zone 8B, Florida. I had pronounced my melonberry dead, but it is alive. Yes, it is. This is the spice bush. Looks like it just come back. This side has. This side is still dead. My other spice bush has not come back up. I think it is dead. And I'm calling this perennial cucumber a failure. I was looking at it yesterday, and there's hardly nothing to it. Unless there's still something alive down there that's going to come up later. This was a failure. I'm not sure if I'm going to try this one again. I got some other plants coming. I think I'm going to put in here. But I might order another one. I don't know. We'll see. This one's called Princess Flower. I bought it last summer, at one of the my garden group sales. And when I got home and I looked it up, it said it was for zone 9, 10, and I think 11. So I didn't think it would live here. So I put it in the pot, and it made it through the winter. It's coming right back up. So I'm excited about that, and it needs to be moved to a permanent spot, but I'm not sure where I'm going to put it at yet. So it's going to stay in the pot for now. I'm going to plant some soapwort. And this is the tree marigold, and I was told that you can propagate it by clippings. So I'm going to take a couple clippings off of this and see if we can get anything going. Now I'm going to weed out from underneath all the blueberry plants, all of them. 9 or more. And put some peat moss around them. Coming up really easy. Pull back this old straw. Everything's nice and wet from all the rain. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I pulled the weeds out. And I found a baby coming up. That is so great. I did this last year where I put the peat moss around it. And look how much better the ground looks. Over here, this is what the ground used to be when we first put them in. So, I don't know if I just missed this one last year and didn't get peat moss. That doesn't seem right, because all the rest of them that I've uncovered so far look like that. Nice dirt, not like that. The ducks just found out what I was doing. Ooh, they're gonna love that. So it took one bag, and I have 11 plants. Get this cactus area cleaned up. And I would like to also clean up all this, but I probably won't get that for today. It's already like after 11. So my focus is the cactus area and bringing over that succulent, the succulent I found last month in the pepper bed. I want to bring that over here. Okay, I got this cactus area cleaned up. I added the succulent way up there on the top. And when I was cleaning around one of the Christmas cactuses, I guess you call it, one broke off, so I just stuck it in the ground right there. And then I also added that plant right there by the, that's red and green. Whoa, I'm gonna fall. There we go. I also added that. That was moved from the food forest area, since it's not really a blooming or flowering or edible plant. I decided to bring it over here. And the rest of that, I will get to later. Not today. April 19th, 2021. And I have one. And there's a little one there. And there's number 3. And I noticed we've got a little start there in this one. And then I don't see anything in that one or that one. But there's one over here. And there's one right there. Right there. Stay. This is how I do it. I take it down to where there's just a couple leaves left. Then I have all that. And this is after harvest. That's what it looks like now. Nice and trimmed up. And I got a nice big bowl. Harvest my Greek oregano. You can harvest oregano anytime as long as it's not in bloom. And I just cut it down, leaving a few leaves on each of them. Can you see this one here? This is where I picked last time. And see, it's already bringing off new growth. This is my chocolate mint, and I have some of it that I can harvest. Oh, look, poison ivy right in the middle of it. Wonderful. I have some that's big enough I can harvest, and yes, I just let it grow on the ground and spread out wherever it wants to. And I do it the same as peppermint. Just make sure I leave a few leaves on the bottom. Ended up with a nice handful of it. It's a little windy today, but I hope you can hear this. I'm going to harvest my thyme. This is called a French thyme. It's not the same that I had grown in Indiana. This one doesn't have quite as strong of the thyme flavor, so I tend to use more of it when I'm cooking and stuff. But it's still great for a sore throat or scratchy throat. Just make some tea with it, an infusion. Let's harvest. That's a quicker way to do it. And this is after I harvest. I did get quite a bit. I picked up a feverfew plant. I had grown these in Indiana, very successful, from seed. I've tried seed here in Florida, and I had no luck. I got the plant started, but it died. So I found this one the other day. Using my compost duck water. Oop, that's a little deep. There we go. Aren't these just beautiful? But my elderberry has come up over here where it doesn't belong. So I'm going to have to take these two plants out, put them somewhere else, or give them away. I'm not sure what I'm doing. One or the other. Okay, this is where you can see the elderberry just came up underneath that concrete piece. The plants all over here. So it just come down into the ground and back up. So I'm just going to clip them off right there. Clip them there. Here's the other one out. There it is. And you see it has a good root system, so they should transplant well. They should transplant well. Plant another pineapple. Just a regular old pineapple top from the grocery store. Today is April 23rd, 2021, and I just noticed that the sweetcorn root has come up. I think I planted 3 or 4 of them. There's another one. Look, went right through that leaf. Huh. I don't see any more. I just see 2 so far. That one there, and that one there. The time has come. The time is now to take care of this mess. And after. Does look a little better. I'm just taking some time and enjoying my garden. Today is April 27th, 2021, and I do believe that this is the OCA coming up. So, because there's one there, there's some over there, ooh, got some there. There's a nice one right there. Looks like there's a weed coming up right by it. And there's one over here. So now that it's come up, I'm going to go ahead and clean out this bed and get rid of the weeds. And this is the first of the turmeric, orange turmeric, that I've seen come up. And this is from where I replanted my 2nd year harvest last year. Today is April 27th, 2021, and this is the Chinese artichoke. I just noticed it had broken ground. This is the hibiscus cuttings. and they are doing excellent. They had a little bit of drooping that first day when I put them in the dirt, but other than that, they perked back up, and as long as I keep water on them or it's rained, they're doing wonderful. Mexican sunflower that I did the cuttings on, one has completely died and these are almost dead. So I think I'm going to try it again, but soak them in water for a day before I actually put them in dirt. Today is April 29th, 2021, and I ordered some more sweetcorn root. I got my holes dug. I soaked the root in water overnight. This one is bunched up, so I'm going to try to pull it apart. I hope that works. Right, there's one growing on the end. And I'm going to plant a taro root. It came yesterday in the mail. I've been soaking it in the cup here. Some water overnight. That's what it looks like. Hey duckers, you passing by? And I'm going to plant some white yub. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Yam. I believe what they sent me, I soaked them overnight in the cup here. What they sent me was the air tubers, not the ground, not the actual yam. But you can see some of them. There's little knobs on them. This one, I didn't see any on this one. Oh, that one has one. So I got 4. I'm going to plant them on this fence. Yeah, you can see the fence there in the little corner there, so it can grow up the fence. Okay, the one that has no knots on it, I'm putting it in the first hole. Oop, I didn't want you to do that. There we go. I'm putting the little white nubs up. Hopefully you can see that. I hope that's the way to do it. There is no instructions on these. There you have it.